A warm good evening and welcome to it. It's time for Sport at 10, the biggest sports show in South Africa by a long way. 1.5 million of you every single week tune in to make sure that you are up to date with the latest in sports news, and we give you the stories you want to hear about. So, what can you expect tonight? Who is sitting on the bench? What a bench! What a bench! Vina Maposa as well as Floyd Mbele are there. Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, Carling Black Label. Which one of the two men will make the better argument as to who will walk away with the trophy? And then right next to them there, you got the boys from Glenwood. It's Coach Rudy Damas. Glenwood High School in KZN is a rugby school. They do the business. And Sian Maduna, the vice captain, is one of the stars that brought a world title back to South Africa. And the former old boy of Glenwood High, because it's all about youth and youth and youth and youth, is the big man there with the beard, the Springbok eighth man. It is none other than Warren Whiteley, and he comes in to talk a little bit about his old school, and maybe we'll even touch on Bok Power or box, or how he did the other day, Irish coffee. We'll talk about Irish coffee. And then right next to him is Patrick Mayo, 18 caps for Bafana Bafana. His sons couldn't make it, school, exams, all sorts of things, too late at night, but we'll talk to him about the two boys that are the pride of his life. One of them already a national player, the other one on the verge of breaking into it. What a football story. And then wrapping things up, it's Dando Yenkosi Kunene, Miss South Africa 2016. She comes from a town that has one main road and a donkey that comes up and down it, but she's made it on the big stage, baby. She's here on Sport at 10. I have got David Kekana with me, the award-winning sports journalist. And David Kekana, let's talk a little bit about what have you got for me in news stories. The big one has to be what's going on with local football, NFD, playoffs to get to the Premiership.
If you're a boxer, I thought that was an uppercut on Ntando. Yeah, no. Low blow for Ntando.
Oh, she's now she's here, my morning lights. She's seeing it for the first time.
The guys that are
there you have it. Let's move on to Mushin Etugal. The news broke yesterday that Mushin Etugal is now Ipagania.
I can tell you that it has been coming. A lot of people thought Mushin will go with the new franchise, which is going to be from Mpumalanga Black Aces, which now is going to be called Cape Town Spurs. And he changed his mind and joined Orlando Pirates. The reason behind that is because Mushin wants to win things. He's won trophies, but he's not won the league. And besides that, Orlando Pirates next year are celebrating 80 years. And you know when Orlando Pirates has got a big celebration coming, the chairman of Orlando Pirates wants to win. So it's pressure on Mushin to deliver, firstly, not only the league, but to go into the African Championship and win the big one. So pressure, but Mushin can handle the pressure. And he's got the squad, he's got the help of the chairman to do well at Orlando Pirates.
Silverware next season. This team finished 7th in the Premiership this season. You want to go from 7th to winning the league in 1 year?
It's 7 and 2 cup finals. They went all the way as far as the CAF Confederations Cup, and they went all the way as far as the Nedbank Cup, but failed to win at the last hurdle. Mushin can jump. Mushin can.
Another fight, cause another disturbance. The national team of Russia will be kicked out of the tournament. It's as simple as that.
No, they're playing against Slovakia in Lille.
It doesn't even have to be at the game.
No, and England but listen, the Russians are playing against Slovakia in Lille, and England are playing in Lens.
The towns are very close.
The towns are very close. There's potential for violence, and of course they've beefed up the police. There's more police. About 4,000 police have been brought in because they're anticipating trouble between the two friends.
Now I'm going to do an introduction like I've never done it before. The heavyweight of humor, Shampunaiza, isn't with us today, but he is with Joyous Celebration, and we're still crossing to him to make sure that he gives us his knockout punches of sport. Shampunino with Joyous Celebration performing tonight. He does the show that opens the evening, but he said for Sport at 10, he wouldn't miss it. So Shampunaiza, what's happening?
Who am I to deserve the love you've given me? Always been
Wena Thomas, David Kakan, you guys are there, eh? Just chilling, doing nothing for the country. Me, I took my money, Thomas, went all the way to Mafike Mabatu to find joyous celebration, to pray for Bafana Bafana. Huh? The rugby, those Boge, those Proteas, those people need prayer, Joe. So I decided to do this for the country, and I went all the way. I'm praying for those people because Mudimu Garoba Shabilega friend zone. Talk about tax. Tax, it's fine that you lost. It's okay. We can't afford to have 2 universities on the PSL. No, bras. No. What's next? Safa will have to book you guys, SRC. No, Buffett. You are the only team that can blame fees must fall strike and say, yeah, this bill. But you are students, it's fine. There's a tournament happening in France. Euro 2016. I know you don't care because Arab qualify and everything, but France, the only team that has so much black players, those people are dark. I spent the whole first half saying, go Black Leopard, let that do. Because at the bench, I swear to you, there was 30 seconds where they showed BBK and Steve Compella together on the bench. I was like, that's Black Leopard. That blackness, I know it, in fact. You know what? Those people, if you see them singing their national anthems, you think they're passionate. No, they're not passionate. They are bored at the national anthems. Because you have to add that energy. Because you're bored. You don't know. You can dance. Go sing. On the Afrikaans pass, if you don't know, just get your vuvuzela. Because you don't know the lyrics. And it's good. It's working. But Euro people, don't think we don't have what you have. We always had a Croatian player in South Africa. Everyone in Croatia, the surnames are the same. Mio-ish, Tabo-ish, Opa-ish, everything ish. We had our player here all along. Give it up for the one. He's been playing every Monday. Give it up for our Croatian player, Mumish. You know what? I said I'm coming here to pray for Bafana Bafana, and I'm praying now. You will hear right now. By my side. Watching. Over me. Thomas, the Sandoel.
Shampunai is coming us there. He'll be back later in the show to give you a little bit more with joyous celebration. That choir in the background, maybe we need them every week here just to back up Shampunai. Shampunai, what have we got for you in terms of a question to ask? And he's playing for Bafana Bafana. We need it, I think, so with the World Cup qualifiers coming up. What are your thoughts on Mushin Etsugal joining Orlando Pirates as the head coach? That's an interesting question because I've been following it on Twitter myself, following it on Sport at 10 on my own handle, and I haven't got a sense that Buccaneer supporters are like, yeah, Mushin is here.
Yeah, the problem is that they don't go, yeah, but when the trophies come, they'll be going, yeah. Because I can tell you, that's a match made in success.
There you have it. So we're going to a break. After the break, we actually talk to these two gentlemen. Chiefs versus Pirates, Carling Black Label Cup. But which one of these two men has the mouth to win it tonight?
Sugar is everywhere. Aquafresh Sugar Acid Protection all-in-one toothpaste contain a strengthening ingredient that is absorbed to actively defend teeth against everyday sugars. Aquafresh Sugar Acid Protection does it all in one, Mum. Aquafresh all-in-one protection now available in mouthwash.
Are you ready to bolt to Brazil? Simply get Fibre before 15 July and you could win one of 10 all-inclusive trips to see Speed in action. With Bolt Speed Fibre, you can stream and download at record speed day or night for under $700 a month. The next generation of fast is here. Get Telkom's Bolt Speed Fibre.
Food teaches us so much. Left from right, please and thank you. What we hate and what we love, and sometimes even who. That practice makes perfect and chaos is good. But most of all, it teaches us that it's not just about what's on our plate, but who we share it with. Rhodes, for the love of food.
It's not luck,
It's hard work, not settling for anything but the best. That's why I take Pharmaton, the only multivitamin with ginseng G115. It gives me the energy to keep going. It helps me stay mentally focused every day. Because when it never stops, you can't either. Pharmaton, never give up.
Mom, Dad, we need to talk. I know there's lots of distractions. This family's in desperate need of some quality time. So let's do something we all love. Let's play a game. It's your move. Come on! Let's get our family game on. Get your family game on with a Hasbro game.
Life rewards you for living well. So do we. Discovery Life. Life insurance that rewards healthy living.
I see a great future for you. Overseas trips, business success, and irresistible to women.
Oh, that's from my aunt.
Not this hand, love. That one.
Red Bull gives you wings.
New Pin Pop sodas. Pin Pop sodas with bubbling effect and the taste of your favorite soft drinks. Pin Pop.
This Carling Black Label Champion Cup segment is brought to you by the Champion Beer. Carling Black Label. Champion men deserve champion beer.
It's time for our Carling Black Label Champion Cup update. Match day is Saturday the 30th of July, FNB Stadium. This is the game that is absolutely not to be missed. Make sure you buy your tickets from CompuTicket. They are available and they're selling out fast. This is the only match where you, the fans, can select the starting lineup, where you, the fans, can make sure that Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates starting lineups are the ones that can go out and win the game, where you can make the live substitution during the game, and also where you stand the chance to be the match day champion coach. Today I'm joined by the club representatives from Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, Vina Maphosa, as well as Floyd Mbele. I don't even know where to start, gentlemen, but let me start with you, Vina. Let me start with you. Why is it important for the...
Of course, their intelligence will obviously show on the day. If we win the game, they will be right. But if we lose the game, then it will be a display that, no, they were wrong on the day. But most of all is that they are an important part of football.
Floyd, new coach, in terms of coming into the club, how will that affect the champion coach, the match day champion coach who comes in?
Thank you, Thomas. The effect that this will have is that Mushin gets to prepare the team for the new coach, the champion coach, that will be voted for by the supporters themselves. So I think from that point, from the 4th of July, when he comes in, his first assignment is to prepare the team for the champion coach.
By the way, we know Mushin. He's been at the village. And I'm sure as we head into the match, the players themselves know exactly how to approach the match. And we know his approach. And by the way, you know, we brought Mushin in the country, and I don't think it stands a chance to pull one against Kaizer Chiefs.
Time will tell. I think what is important is, on the occasion of the Carling Black Label, let the supporters deal with the first match. But let's also remember that out of the 5 times that we've had this event, we've won it 4 times. So it's important that from a preparation point, we're one up on this.
Is that your highlight of the Carling Black Label Cup, that you dominate?
No, absolutely. I think it's something that's quite significant for us in terms of the Carling Cup. And I think for us, it's something that we need to look up to be able to say, for the time that it's been there, we've done this. So
but don't forget, before you go on, every derby game is a different ball game. Whether you won it 10 times or 20 times, on the day, it will be just a different match.
That's a history, but
for the past 4 years, the history has been the same.
And by the way, winning it on penalties. And when we win it, through 90 minutes. Yes, cash, straight away.
A win is a win.
Advice to the fans, advice to the Buccaneers.
Look, my advice to the fans that they need to keep voting. They need to make sure that they select the team that they would like to see on the 30th. Obviously, when you go through the season, everybody has got an opinion about who needs to play. This is their chance to do that, and they'll take charge on the day.
Advice to Amakhosi.
To Amakhosi, of course, there's a chance to win that 1 million rands, to share it with your community. And, of course, a chance to become what you call a champion coach, that is a consumer coach, to sit there alongside, the coach as well as the subs. So go out there, vote, and make sure that you become part of the match on the match day as well as the build-up to the match.
Gentlemen, thank you, and you're looking great in your suits here. It's nice to see you. You want to be the match champion coach on match day. Maybe you'll wear a suit like the men are wearing here as well. You want the once-in-a-lifetime experience of announcing your team live on the SABC, joining your team in the build-up to the game, being on the sideline for match day. Just by selecting your full starting lineup, you'll stand the chance to be the match day champion coach. But if you want to give yourself a better chance, then answer the weekly coaching challenge. Now here is that coaching challenge. I need you to imagine this. There are only 5 minutes left in the match, and you're winning 1-0. You've made all your changes. The subs are finished, and your defensive midfielder has just gotten injured and is forced off the pitch. How will you shuffle your team around to ensure that you don't concede the win in that match? Right, you got your coaching challenge. Now log on to carlingblackLabel.co.za and give your coaching advice and stand a chance to be your team's matchday champion coach. And you could also win your part of 8,000 Rand in weekly prizes. Tickets are on sale now from CompuTicket. Good luck, South Africa.
This Carling Black Label Champion Cup segment was brought to you by the Champion Beer. Carling Black Label. Champion men deserve champion beer.
Too many appliance manufacturers sacrifice safety and quality to be affordable. That's why we at Checkers and ShopRite set out to create a range equal to the best brands in the world. It's safe, long-lasting, and affordable. We sourced the world's finest industrial designers and engineers, introduced a rigorous safety and quality test, and then we met the safety specifications of the SABS. So today, more than 3 million South Africans trust in the safety and quality of our appliances.
Life. We're never sure what might happen. Who will we marry? How many children will we have? How successful will we be? We don't know that. But we do know death is one part of our human journey that none of us are spared. The funeral. More questions. What coffin? Which flowers? How much catering? The one question your family should not have to ask is, how are we going to pay for all of this? Rest assured, when you have a clientele funeral plan, know that we will pay out within 24 hours. SMS LIFE to 44053 and we'll call you back. Our plans are affordable and we make it easy for you. We even send 200 Rand free airtime when you claim. It includes unveiling, grocery and transport benefits. And if you choose our ultimate plan, we will pay all your premiums back. Your family will need that money because after the funeral, life goes on for them. You can't predict life, but you can prepare for it. SMS LIFE to 44053. SMS now.
It's almost time for the Carling Black Label Champion Cup. Once again, we, the fans, have the power to be the coach. We know you better than anyone. We will select the starting lineup. We will lead you to victory. And together, we will be champions.
To select your starting lineup, see Park for details and be the champion coach.
You get 3 kinds of mums. The paranoid mum, the cautious mum, And the Dettol Mom. She only trusts Dettol antiseptic liquid to kill 100 illness-causing germs, and it's recommended for cuts and scrapes. Don't just be any mom, be a Dettol Mom. Dettol, be 100% sure.
We've got Easter cracked with these great MTN deals, like the Sony Xperia Z5 for surprisingly low $469 on my MTN Choice 100, and get 30 gigs free data. Or the all-new BlackBerry Priv for just $519, also on my MTN Choice 100, and get 30 gigs free data. Get these deals in store now with love from MTN. T's and C's apply.
Well, here it is. The team, Glenwood High School from KZN, they went to the Sanix World Rugby Youth Tournament. It took place in Japan, and they swept everybody, coming back with the trophy. This is a school that's produced 6 Springboks. One of those 6 is sitting here in the studio already. It's a rugby school. It's a school with a great tradition. And with Youth Day coming up, we wanted to find out what is the secret to making Glenwood High School in KZN one of those fantastic schools that does the business. But before we do that, let me introduce you to the Springbok 8th man right now, Warren Whiteley, also with the Golden Lions. You've been following this Junior Rugby World Cup that's going on. David spoke about it earlier. What's the current? What's the latest? What's going on?
I believe it was 40-31.
So we won.
We won, and I believe we got the bonus points through to the semis or quarters against England. Yeah, so quite excited for that. So we definitely got a job to do this weekend against the Irish.
No pressure. The Junior Boks have won. Yeah. The Boks now need to do the business against Ireland, but we'll get to that. Let's talk a little bit about Glenwood High. And I've got the coach here of the team that went over to Japan, did the business, Rudy Damas. Rudy, how important was it? What was special about the tournament? And also the school. Why is it that you're always able to do what you do in creating great rugby players like the one sitting next to you?
Yeah. No, look, I think we're very lucky at Glenwood High School, you know, that we produce guys like Warren. You know, it comes from a lot of hard work. I think it's very important for us as a school, you know, to set high standards for the boys. And what a higher standard to set than to go to the Sanix World Cup.
Because there's a question I'll ask here that maybe doesn't really fit in your space, but you'll give me an answer anyway. Soccer doesn't really have school soccer, but rugby has school rugby. Is that a key thing in producing the world-class athlete one day?
No, I think definitely. I mean, if you look at all the young talent out there playing Saturday after Saturday against each other and measuring, you know, who is the best, I think that's very important for the youth of South Africa.
Does the man sitting next to you have a future? Sian Maduna, vice captain of the team. Sian, Baba, asikhulume kancane. Now, Japan, first trip overseas.
Yes, definitely. It was just an amazing experience. It's not every day that you actually get to actually travel to Japan out of all countries, learning how to say, how to greet people. Like,
how did you do it?
Konnichiwa.
Did you have to bow?
Yeah.
You did the
for every
konnichiwa?
game as well, yes.
Huh?
Yes. And arigato. Yeah, we learnt a lot. So yeah, it was a huge cultural thing for us, just to move from South Africa to Japan, which was very, very great as well. And we definitely loved it. Most of the guys right now still say, yo, we miss Japan and we want to go back.
You know what amazed me about you, though, is you already have an agent, which stunned me. I'm like, dude, he's already, like, this is how seriously you're taking it? You're already with the same agency that has the beast in there, football players like Edwin Jima. You already belong to that stable. This is your future. Rugby is your future and Glenwood is your stepping stone.
Yes, I mean, I've grown up in a place where I've been taught how to be humble and how to work hard, and I've definitely been working very hard, having my coaches and my gym instructor pushing me very hard from the beginning, so that just actually helps me to become a better player, and it just boosts me just to do better in the future.
Warren, I heard they were glad you left, man. Like, finally, you know. Phew. We're safe. The pranks are over. Were you that kind of kid at Glenwood?
No, look, I mean, we all have our little naughty streaks at school, so I was definitely not an angel, but I enjoyed my school. It was definitely a special time for me, and I owe a lot to Glenwood High School and a special moment in my life.
Now, when we talk Youth Day tomorrow, I mean, this is why you guys are here. It's all about the youth and Youth Day and trying to promote the kind of lifestyle that kids should be living in South Africa. School, and that environment that you came through, Warren, why did it make you the person you are today?
I think balance. Balance is so important, and within school, I'll always encourage every schoolboy to just go out there and try absolutely everything. Whether it's drama, whether it's rugby, cricket, soccer, swimming, whether it's, impromptu speeches. It can be anything. Go and try, get into the choir. Just do whatever possible. Try your hand at everything, and you really develop, and that's really important for your development going forward. So I believe that's what Glenwood does. It's a school that really doesn't just focus on sport. I know we're talking about rugby here, but it's definitely a holistic approach. Academics comes first, and culturally also very strong. So sport is just one of the sections that they focus on.
You only lost one game all season last season. So far, one game lost.
Yeah.
Secret to success?
I think, like Warren said, it's a balance, okay, and it's hard work, but it's also, the boys need to have fun on the field. And I think if you can keep the balance as a coach and let the boys want to die for you on the field, I think that's the key to the success.
Now, a lot of our viewers at home, I actually did the homework. Glenwood's not a cheap school to go to. How lucky are you to be at Glenwood?
I think most people actually take it for granted that they actually go to a school. If we actually look back into like other people's backgrounds, people would actually die just to even go to a school like Glenwood, Durban High School. And if I look back right now, I'm just very humbled and like so happy that I actually came to Glenwood, because it's like an eye opener basically. So I'm a very lucky man to be there.
Are you who you are because of the school, because of where you are?
I'm who I am because of my parents and the values that they've put into me, and Glenwood has actually taught me like life lessons as well in life, and they've made me a young man.
Final thing before we go, I can't let you get away without touching on the Springboks. And you personally, you've played 4 test matches.
Yes.
Do they need to bring you in a little bit earlier, because all those 4 matches have been on the losing side?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Just thought I'd mention it. Yeah. Ireland, New Zealand, Australia. You come on when it's rough already.
Cheapers. You did your research, yeah. No, look, I'm still looking for that W. But it's a privilege and an honour, to run onto that field. And, I mean, whatever position I'll go on, whether it's on the bench or starting, I need to make a difference. I mean, that's what I want to do. So, yeah, this weekend is another chance. I mean, we hear the team tomorrow at 1 o'clock. They're announcing the side. So, yeah, very excited for this weekend. It was a tough week, losing against Ireland for the first time at home. So, hasn't been easy, but we're definitely positive, we're optimistic, and been working really hard this week.
Gentlemen, it's been an honor having you here. Congratulations on winning in Japan, bringing the trophy back. Thank you for promising us the victory against the Irish over the weekend. We'll go for an Irish coffee or something to celebrate that. Thank you very much, and you're great. Sian, looking forward to it. Inside centre for Glenwood, in case you were wondering. So he crashes into people, makes a lot of tackles, big, strong, does the business. After the break, though, we move on to Patrick Mayo, because his family is amazing. He's got 2 sons who are just doing brilliant work. One in the national team, already been to Chile with the national team to represent us at a World Cup, which I don't think Patrick ever did. World Cup, ne? But your son has. We'll talk about that after this.
Vaseline knows your skin is like this wall. It gets dry and damaged, just like this. Now engineered with micro droplets of Vaseline jelly, Vaseline Men Extra Strength Body Lotion restores dry, damaged skin in just 5 days. Dry, damaged skin restored in just 5 days. That's the healing power of Vaseline.
It's almost time for the Carling Black Label Champion Cup. Once again, we, the fans, have the power to be the coach. We know you better than anyone. we will select the starting lineup. We will lead you to victory, and together we will be champions.
To select your starting lineup, see Pack for details and be the champion coach.
Experience BASF when you create, play, connect, share, protect, nourish, and learn. Because although you might not notice us, our solutions are helping you make the most of your everyday life. That's why at BASF, we create chemistry.
So have you noticed how your antiperspirant's freshness fades as the day goes on? That's why Shield has developed something different.
New Shield Advanced with Motion Sense, the world's first antiperspirant activated by movement with Motion Sense microcapsules. When you move, you activate a new burst of freshness. So, you keep moving and keep feeling fresh. The world's first antiperspirant activated by movement. Shield, it won't let you down.
We've got Easter cracked with these great MTN deals, like the Sony Xperia Z5 for a surprisingly low $469 on my MTN Choice 100, and get 30 gigs free data, or the all-new BlackBerry Priv for just $519, also on my MTN Choice 100, and get 30 gigs free data. Get these deals in store now with love from MTN. T's and C's apply.
Back in the day, Patrick Mayo was with Bafana Bafana between the year 2000 and 2004. 18 caps he got, 6 goals he scored for this nation. He was at the Africa Cup of Nations in 2004. They didn't get out of the group stage, but I have to say that year was probably the toughest year to get out of the group stage. Bafana got 4 points, but it was unbelievable that Nigeria and Morocco got more points than that, and we weren't able to get out of the group, so I don't blame Patrick for that one on that occasion there. But he's here for Youth Day because his youth, his sons, he comes from a great sporting family now, and he's created it himself. Patrick, welcome to Sport at 10. How are you?
I'm good, Thomas, and how are you doing?
I know it's Pilile. Let's talk a little bit about you, then we'll talk about how your sons are doing. Your football career, because some are confused. Not about striker, about defender, midfield. It just depended on what day of the week. What was your actual position, and how did those changes happen in your career?
Thomas, my position that I was playing as an amateur, it was a centre back.
Uqale centre back.
Yeah.
And then? And
then I've played for Micha Warriors one season and we got relegated. So I left Micha Warriors and I went to Bushbucks. Bushbucks, they lost Wilfred Mugay to another club from China. So at that time the transfer window was closed. So Trot Molodi, he called all of us and tell us to sit down. He said, guys, we have to wait until January so that the transfer can be open, so that we can be able to get another striker who's going to replace Wilfred. Let me see who can go and play up front for us. I was still playing as a defender at Bushbucks at that time because they signed me from Micha Warriors as a defender. So he asked me to go and play up front. And since that day, I never came back because I was scoring goals left, right, and center there up front.
Just from... striker wathi yebo yimi ngizoza all the way from that to being a Bafana striker.
And it was so unfortunate not to play for Bafana as a centre back again.
Because
I finished my football career again as a centre back where I've started.
Bomnandi. Wow. Which one did you prefer?
Centre back.
Is that the position you preferred? More than striking? Ukora is where everything happens. You're a superstar.
Once you out of form, not scoring goals, people they start booing at you. They forget that you've been scoring goals for them.
Mabandlula, so
no, it was difficult for strikers. You can ask one striker from the PSL how difficult it is to pass to me when I was playing as a defender.
But we bond.
Yeah, because I know how to mark a striker because I know all the runs from the striker.
No, I know you're a striker because you've got two sons.
It's easy for me to mark a striker because I know where to run as a striker. So it makes my job easy.
You got two sons. One of those sons is a striker. Let's talk a little bit about the oldest one first, Khanyisa.
Khanyisa.
Because as a dad, why are you proud of Khanyisa?
Thomas, that young man, every time he makes me proud. Because first of all, I've never played in the World Cup. He's the first player in the Mayo family to play in the World Cup, to represent the country in the World Cup. So I'm proud of him. Now he's graduated from the under-17s. Now he's playing for under-20s. So every time he makes history. Because me, I never get that opportunity of playing on the junior levels.
This was your son scoring the goal against the Egyptians, crucial qualifier, part of the journey that took us to the under-17 FIFA World Cup in Chile. He's come through the ranks. He's now a national team player. And you're proud of that. You've got a younger son as well. Khanyisile. Khanyisile yena uza kanjani?
He's also a very good player.
Mari left winger.
Yeah, he's a left winger. But he's knocking on his brother's heels. He's putting pressure on him now. Any slip up that he's going to do, Khanyisile is going to catch him.
Because I saw Khanyisile talking about that he wants to make it into the national team under-17 this year. Because the older brother now, Segasugile, space.
And he will definitely.
Do you tell them this? Do you encourage them? How did you get your sons to play football? I mean, that doesn't, it seems impossible that you played, then both your sons are doing fantastically.
Thomas, I would say I'm blessed to have them as my sons because I never forced them to play football in the first place. But I used to take them to training. If we're doing finishing, they would collect all the balls that went over the goal post and kick them back to the field. That's how they started football. Even Nkonza, he mentioned it the other day that he's surprised to see Khanyisa that he's been playing for the under-17s because Khanyisa was so small when I used to go with them at Kaizer Chiefs Village.
Now, so we know the national team. There was a bit of a controversy, though. I'm feeling because let me tell the viewers at home, both Chipa, you were doing some stuff with Chipa, both your boys, there was a conversation, no, these boys are going to be the future of Chipa United. And then Timer, Langena. Timer, why is that?
Nothing wrong, Thomas. Because SuperSport, they gave me an offer that I couldn't resist. So that's why I took them from Chipa to SuperSport.
What makes it irresistible? I mean, football club. Chipa United, Premier League, SuperSport United, Premier League. You said no to Chipa, your province, your hometown, and moved them to Johannesburg.
I think the decision that I've made, Thomas, it was best for their interest. Because SuperSport, they offered me scholarship, accommodation, transport, medical aid. And
Skolo, konke.
Yonke, allowance. And Chipa, they never gave me an offer.
So, Veloati, for your future, boys. And you also played for SuperSport United.
Yeah.
So it's a club you know. You know the culture, you know the academy. Did that also play in your mind?
Yes.
To say, okay, no, I'm not just sending them anywhere.
Absolutely.
But it was rough, Ndota. Rough. Now it's fun.
Sometimes, Thomas, we have to take decisions as funness.
I mean, looking out for your sons caused you to lose a job at Chipa United. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was sad, but it was a pill that I have to swallow, Thomas. Because I had to make that decision.
Abafana Bam first. Youth Day is coming up tomorrow, so we're talking all about the youth. Your sons are showing a great example of what youth should do. They're focused. They're doing it for their country. They're staying in school. They're growing. The potential for being a superstar is there. But it's up to parents sometimes. We always talk about the youth must do. But it's up to parents to create those youthful individuals that do the right thing. What have you done for your sons? What has been the secret that you can give other parents to say, this is something you can help your son, your daughter with so that they achieve?
Thomas, is to be open to them. sit down and talk to them. You don't have to hide anything. Because nowadays, I mean, if we would try to be dishonest to them, then they will get into traps. And I don't want them to fall in those traps. So you better be honest to your children, put them down and sit them down and talk everything with them. So that they can understand. Because, I mean, along the way, they will have hassles along the way. So by the time they get to those hassles, they know how to handle those problems.
And then in Duguyona?
No, in Dugu, I sebenzi.
How?
I sebenzi.
At all?
Aye.
Some parents feel with that.
Bakutshela amalungelo wabo nowadays. Ayisifani Ndugu.
So tell me, you've got Kanyisile, you've got Kanyisa.
No, if they done something wrong, Thomas, I tell them straight that, guys, this is not right. This is not the way you should do it. No, they reason. Because angikhulumi nabo lapha ngomama sometimes. Because mama buyabalwisa lana, now she wants me to say something. But I kept quiet. Once mama wabehamba ngiyabatshela ngithi mama wena be right lento beyithethe. But wrong lento nenzayo. Soniyenza yenzeni ngolhlobo. At okay time. I'm so fortunate because they're still listening to me. Whatever that I'm telling them, they listen to me.
Your ultimate dream, as a father who's done most things in football for your sons, what do you dream for them?
I would love to see them playing overseas. Because me, I never get that opportunity of playing there. So I'd love to see them playing overseas and representing the country in the highest level. Because Kanyisa, he mentioned that in 2018, he will be definitely playing in the Bafana squad. And if he says something, he always does that.
Patrick Mayo, thank you very much for your sons. They've done it at a junior level. Your younger son, Kanyisile, is breaking through the Supersport Academy, making his way potentially into being a national team player. And we appreciate the advice you gave South Africans on how you've managed to mold your boys into great South Africans.
It's my pleasure, Thomas.
So that's Patrick Mayo. After the break, Miss South Africa 2016. Sometimes my job is difficult, man. Hey. Ntando Yenkosi Kunene, qualified teacher, but also Miss South Africa from a tiny, tiny, tiny little town. And then Shampunaiza comes back as well. So stay with us until after that.
I was never brave. I was young, out of control. Buckled, spat, screamed, crashed, through the storm. If only someone had stepped in, pulled me out, showed me I could be brave. That's why I became the mentor I wish I'd had.
New Pin Pop sodas.
Pin Pop, Pin Pop, Pin Pop, Pin Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pin Pop soda. Pin Pop soda. Pin Pop soda.
Pin Pop sodas with bubbling effect and the taste of your favorite soft drinks. Pin Pop.
Castle Light. When the indicator turns blue, it's at the perfect drinking temperature. Unlock extra cold refreshment.
Nurofen acts at the source of pain, giving you relief for up to 8 hours. Ask your pharmacist about Nurofen for targeted relief from pain for up to 8 hours.
Hello. It's John from the 3 o'clock waiting.
Are you on your way? Hi, Pastor Amy.
Where are you?
Just around the corner. I think it's time for plan B. I now pronounce you husband and wife. you may kiss the bride.
Stay connected with 99% internet coverage nationwide on SA's best network. Vodacom, power to you.
We have a fresh take on life. We've got our own style. We put a spin on the old and mix in the new. But most of all, we choose to have a fresh take on what we drink. Clear on the outside, golden on the inside. An easy drinking beer. A beer unlike any other. Open 2660 mils, enter your unique codes, and you could win your share of 500,000 rands worth of airtime. Miller Genuine Draft, a fresh take on beer. It's Miller time.
The world's top players converge to compete for Europe's greatest prize. It's a tournament full of some of the biggest names: Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, Bale, and Lukaku. Don't miss a moment of the action with the games on SABC 1. Friday nights at 8:30, Saturdays and Sundays at 3. SABC 1, bringing Euro 2016 to you.
And the winner of Miss South Africa 2016 is Ntando Yenkosi!
Always a powerful moment when their name is announced and Miss South Africa is introduced to the country, and she is here. And I'm going to call her on to come and join us for the Sport at 10 quiz. Miss South Africa 2016. I just have to keep quiet because the walk is and then the wave, like, do you practice there you go, there's that wave that they all know how to do. Take a seat so I can get straight into grilling you, Ntando.
Do that.
No, I have to. That's what I'm paid to do. I have to get into the grill, which starts with you're a qualified teacher.
Yes.
Other than being Miss South Africa 2016, have you taught? Have you been in schools?
I did it for my practicals, but I never actually went through a whole year into teaching. But I am a qualified teacher, and I did my honors last year.
Why teaching?
Why teaching? It's a direct way to have an influence into our future.
You want to influence the future by teaching the future?
Exactly. That's the best way you can do it. It's happening. The future is happening in our classrooms today. So that's the best way you can do it.
Marwi distraction. If I'm in standard 9 and I'm like, you
like
try to tell me something, I'm like, look, I'm like, no, this is Miss South Africa.
Like I teach primary schools.
Oh, so it's primary school, so safe.
I think I'm safe, yeah.
Now, you're from Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
Piet Retief.
Yeah.
And then from Piet Retief, you still have to go outside Gangani. So most South Africans already don't even know where Piet Retief is. Ikas Lako, you from the Kasi?
Yes, I am. It's Andukany.
Kasi.
Ekaya, we have our tuck shop Ekaraji with my dad, and yeah, so Ntando Selokshin Vel.
And is it true, Guti Vele, one street?
Yeah, you know what? It is, ne? But, you know, there's so much happening that you don't even pay attention that it's only one street. But it is one street, yeah.
So now that you're in the bright lights,
not even.
big
I'm
city.
not blinded at all. I've been in the city for 6 years because I studied this side. So it's not big city bright lights, not at all.
The other thing that was interesting is part of your prizes, because Miss South Africa comes with some huge prizes, 2 million rands worth of prizes when you, in terms of what you get if you add it all together. One of the things was you saw snow for the first time.
For the first time in my life,
snow,
I was overseas.
From Piet Retief to snow.
Imagine.
Where did you go?
We went to Austria in a village called Neustift. It was so amazing.
For skiing?
Yes. Who would have ever thought I'd go skiing? I never thought my first trip overseas would be skiing, but I'm so glad they chose it for me because it's not something I would have chosen for myself, and it was such a great experience.
There's also something else that you do with Miss South Africa. This is the thing that's very powerful for me. You can give away a bursary.
Yeah.
You've got like 240,000 rand that you like just in the back of your pocket.
Definitely.
That you can say, you I like.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Yes, it is.
You can just say to this person, you can go to Varsity
Yeah.
College, I'm giving you that opportunity.
Definitely, Varsity College allowed me the opportunity to give to women that have missed the chance to go and study. So if you're still working and you want to study something part-time, Varsity College gave me a couple of bursaries to say, well, there you go do your part-time studies and get your degree.
Have you seen anyone that you've felt?
So far, there are a couple of people we've identified, but it's only going to start happening in Women's Month.
And Cell C, one of the others,
Yes.
has given you 200,000 rand
Yeah.
to walk around in here and say, if you're needy, I can
Yeah.
give you money. If you... You're just like a walking
Mother
cash
Christmas.
cash in here. You can change lives.
Yeah, you can actually. With Sun International Cell C, they gave me that 200,000 that I can actually support causes that I believe in. For instance, 2 weeks ago, I did Dignity Dreams, which is a drive that actually gives girls sanitary towels from rural areas. So, I mean, we all know how girls in rural areas don't have pads. And this actually gives them that, to give them opportunity to go to school and they don't have to worry about their period. So it's certain things like that. I was like, okay, that's a brilliant cause and I want to chip into that.
Which football team do you support?
I support South Africa.
Oh, but you were once Miss Mamelodi Sundowns. 2012 Miss Mamelodi Sundowns. So expose her, Mina expose her. She was this. Yeah,
Yes.
you thought you recognized it. It's the same one. Let's move on to the Sport at 10 quiz. Miss SA is with us now. She's moved on from those days. She's no longer at a club. She just looks down at all the clubs and says, "You're all my
All
children."
mine, exactly.
All my children. I've got the Sport at 10 cup.
Oh,
which you can't have. That's priceless. But the cupcakes you can.
Okay.
I need you to identify our massive coaches in South Africa. So can you tell me who this is? Because you miss South Africa. You got to know the big names in SA Sport.
You know, I know this lady. She's coach for Banyana.
Dankie.
What I usually, how I remember her name is, it's not Paw, but it's Paw. That's her surname. Just remind me of the name again.
Vera. Pau. Vera Pau.
Vera Pau, yes.
I'm going to give it to you because you had Pau, Paw, whatever.
Yes, that's how I remember it.
Okay, so can you identify this national coach? And if you can't, then, hey, the Sport at 10 cupcakes are not going to come your
and
way
I want
tonight.
those cupcakes.
Okay, Martin
Ah.
Bawizi. Who's the coach?
The coach of Springboks is Alistair Coetzee.
Wow, Nandi song. You just like there, are you? Just like just.
I miss SA. I must know these things.
Okay, so now we've got the Olympic Games coming up.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, right?
Definitely.
We're sending two teams. Vera's team is going with Banyana. Under 23s are going. The national coach for the under 23s is in screen right now. He's taking our team there. Who is it?
Give me. I think I'll call it like. It's something Dagama. You know, I always remember surnames, guys. I don't know. I'm just that respectful. I'm just like Mr. Dagama.
Oh, Mr. Dagama.
Yeah, Mr. Coetzee.
Thank you. Owen
Mrs.
Dagama,
Miss.
the OGG. He's the man. Well, I'm going to give you 3 out of 3, Miss
Yeah,
SA.
you know,
I'm going to
thank
give you
you
3
so
out of
much.
3. So, before I wrap things up, okay, because I normally, let me do this because, because
Do I
I'm going
come
to take
you
this here
or
to you.
sit here?
The Sport at 10 cup cakes are yours. So,
thank
congratulations. Thank you. Don't spend them all in one place.
Oh.
Don't eat them all at the same time because your sash will fall off from getting a bit fatter. And my jokes are not the ones that you wanted to hear at this time of the day because Shampunizer is traveling the country. Right now, he is today, as we speak, with Joyous Celebration. I'm crossing back to Shampunizer. Shampunino, what have you got for us? Take us home.
Yeah, Thomas, now, I know I'm far, but I have a complaint today. Wait till now, Thomas, every time I'm not on studio, you guys are bringing beautiful women. Now you have Miss South Africa there, and I'm not there. Now when I'm there, who do you bring? Edward Motali, Mambush. You go all out. Then tell us Steve Compella come on. No, Joe, this thing has to stop on faith. But you know what? I know people in South Africa are saying, yo, Euro 2016, yeah, it's nice, we should have it here. You can't have it here. It's expensive. That's why it's the only tournament named after a currency. Euro. When I go high, Thomas, everyone, if you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you doing?
I got nothing more to say after that. Thank you, Miss South Africa, for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And if you're not watching Sport at 10,
What are you doing?
good night.